You're a jerk. I know. You're a jerk. I know.
Well, that was you. You clearly are a character. That's crazy.
I appreciate that.
Wait, that was definitely a big change of voice.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh.
All right, let me set up my good mic real quick.
Set up your
Have
good
you
mic.
got? Oh, we live. Let me not ask what I was about to ask.
Now go ahead. I'm gonna take it out.
No.
He ain't gonna take it out.
I'll take it out. I always take it out. I hadn't even introduced the show yet.
In.
Please say it. Please.
No, thank you. It was a weird question. It wasn't even a good weird question.
Oh, I gotta hear it now.
I was gonna say, have any one of you ever wore a guy liner?
Oh,
Like,
that's not a bad question. For me,
Like eyeliner on a guy. Once.
Did you
Once,
like?
but that was just for cosplay purposes.
oh, that's acceptable. I did that for my Red Hood costume. That's acceptable.
Yeah, no, I didn't go to school with it, if that's what you're asking.
Oh my god.
No, me, I was half my face was Ichigo Kurosaki, and
Ooh.
I had my ex-wife's rendition of a hollow mask on, so just that was it. Nothing special.
Also, I got something to say. This is y'all are a bunch of waffle colored motherfuckers. Just want y'all to know that.
Appreciate it.
Why did you? What's that supposed to mean?
Y'all so light skinned. This is a light skinned podcast right now.
Like you not? I don't understand.
Listen, I'm brown.
Oh, so we ain't even brown?
Right.
Listen, I try to tell myself that all the time, and my friends give me the face like,
Brown.
girl.
You are.
You're brown too.
You about a whole shade lighter than me.
All right.
Quit
Yeah,
playing.
we waffles in this bitch. Got a pancake sitting next to us over here. Check this out.
Waffles.
Mhm.
I like waffles. You like waffles or pancakes better?
Waffles.
I don't. They kind of even for me. Like
See,
I'm
the
good.
texture.
No, you
The
have to
texture.
like one better.
It gets it for me.
The texture. You sound crazy. The texture.
So shit, if we going with
Like you on a cooking channel and shit.
if we going with
I need
texture,
the
I would probably say pancakes.
yes, team pancakes. They so fluffy.
Look. Nah, see, the only way pancakes reach up to waffles for me, they got to be the best pancake. The best pancake equals out to the most okay waffle for me.
Wow, you're crazy. Sorry.
Whew, but y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm gonna introduce it. We're talking about best friends of opposite sex. I'm obviously gonna kick it to you, Haven, first.
Son of a bitch.
Yep, you already know.
Okay. What am I supposed to be saying? What do you want to know?
I'm gonna ask you, give me some experiences with your best friend who happens to be not a girl.
Okay.
Experience a story or like something about, why do people look at it kind of weird or kind of sideways?
Alrighty. Did you introduce the show yet? Did I miss that?
No, it ain't happened yet.
Okay.
Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1. Welcome everybody to Emotions and Shit, where you get, all the stuff. I fucked all that up. I forgot all the words.
Try again, motherfucker.
All right, let's shoot this again. Okay, wait. 3, 2, 1. Welcome everybody to Emotions and Shit. This is our second take. I'm letting y'all know that. First one I fucked it up. Anyway, today we're talking about best friends of the opposite sex. I'm your host, Jason. Joining me today is, go ahead and introduce yourself, Haven.
Hey guys, I'm Haven Rain, and I'm back again.
And our guest, go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's good, peeps? I'm Brian, and my last name is not important.
I like the intro. My name is Brian, last name unimportant.
Pretty much.
Right?
Okay. Today we're talking about best friends of the opposite sex. And to put the hot light on it, hot seat on somebody or someone on hot seat, whatever. Go ahead, Haven. Go ahead. Tell us some of your experiences about friends of the opposite sex.
Well, friends of the opposite sex can be very, very tricky. I have had experience with this, and I think at some point in time, one of the people are gonna have feelings for the other. So I had a situation where I had a guy best friend, and he absolutely had feelings for me after time. And it made things extremely complicated and difficult and frustrating because now you feel uncomfortable. Like, I can't talk to you about guys anymore because I don't want to make you feel upset, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it have to be two people who absolutely do not have fun. They can't be attracted to each other, I think, because 9 out of 10 times someone is going to try to cross that line at some point in time.
I can feel that because, like, me and my best friend, I mentioned a lot and often, we have a weird relationship. It evolves every day. I figured out what our routine is, though, just so y'all know.
You got a routine?
Mm-hmm. Our whole thing is this: she can talk to whoever she likes to, as long as she don't. What's the word? As long as she don't move real fast with them. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And apparently, the ruling on the other side is I can't talk to nobody because she'll like to hear none of that. Nah, dude, it was crazy because I was talking the other day. And I was like, yeah, I was talking to such and such and blah blah. He's like, who is this woman? What?
Wow.
Like, she play like she don't care like that, but her actions and her words say different. And I
That's
don't
not fair,
understand.
though.
I don't understand because, like, we never like each other at the same time. That's dead. That don't happen.
That's insane.
Because I'm over her now. I'm good because I figured out what it. Like, it's weird because you're still my best friend, so I talk about her a lot. But, like, I'm over her like that because she's too much.
Mm-hmm.
She's too much. But apparently, because I mentioned my ex to her the other day, and she was just like, that girl.
Damn.
What? What is this? What's that supposed to be? Brian, what you got? Give us what you got.
Me, Jesus. Okay, so no, I've had a lot of, sometimes best friends. I guess it's depending on how easy it is to click with that person, and then being that open with somebody and sharing everything, that sort of thing. Then um, I've had a good few, and I wouldn't necessarily, always call them like a girlfriend or like somebody that actually had a relationship with. But I mean, it's always really been pretty easy for me to I guess, to find myself in that situation for somebody. But then for them to be a best friend, then mm, I don't know. I kind of froze up a second on that one. My bad.
It's all good. It's complicated because, like, there's a lot of people don't understand this, but, like, in actions and practice, there's a thin line between a best friend and, like, a significant other.
Mm-hmm.
Very thin line.
Very thin. That's why people get confused when you have a best friend opposite sex, because they assume you guys are dating.
Right.
100%. They assume that all the time.
Yeah. Or you can't just be hanging out. What y'all do? We just hang out and watch TV. What do you mean? Like, clothes fully on. We good.
They're not trying to hear that.
Playing Nakamura. I see you. Anyway.
Whoopsies.
But it's all good. But no, the people assume that because with me, okay, me and my best friend have known each other for past 13 years. For the first 3 years, I was kind of feeling we're feeling each other, and then we're like, you know what, we should just be friends because, like, I like your company, but I don't like you like that. And then we were good for like 6 or 7 years. Like, we were good. Like, we're just friends. And then one day, I don't know, probably puberty, I'm not sure. Happened. I was like, damn, she's fine. Huh.
Wow.
She's fine. Oh, well. And then, I started trying to talk to her. She wasn't having that. And I was like, you know what? I'm good. I'm done. And then she realized, you know what? That's a good dude. So she started feeling me. It's so weird, man. Our relationship is so strange.
She's like,
so
wait.
Because I was talking to her the other day, like yesterday. And she told me, she's like, you know what? I don't ever want to get married. I was like, why is that? She was like, well, Because ain't nobody as good as you. But I don't want to marry you. I'm so confused.
OMG. That's
I'm,
crazy as hell.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
so
backwards. There's nobody that I can find better than you, but I don't want to get married.
I don't want you. Like, what?
And so me being me, I just clowned her. I was like, of course ain't nobody better than me. What you talking about? Please, lies in the seat. Say, what about me? You're all right.
Oh my gosh.
Nah, on the real, I get why she says that though, because a lot of times friends don't date because though there's a thin line between it, there are some key differences. Like with my friend, I could tell her anything, but if I'm dating her, I want to hold certain things back. I know you shouldn't, but like with your best friend, you can say, hey, you know, my significant other is, you know, they're ugly or they're annoying or all this stuff that you shouldn't keep to yourself. But
That's
whatever.
hard to tell.
And it's so easy to just come out and be open with that other person, because it's like I mean, it's a little bit. It's that sense of freedom. It's like completely being just open and like honest with somebody, because even like in most cases, which is significance, you always kind of find, well, I don't know, depending on the person, you feel like you got to protect that person, you know, their feelings, and you know, letting them down easy type thing. If you want to say anything that they wouldn't like at all, then you know you can like, if you just got all that stuff that's bottled in, you gotta, you know, get it out somewhere. But if you got that best friend of the opposite sex, then it's just it's so much easier to just,
Yeah, and you're 100% right. The only thing that makes that complicated is I know from the girlfriend boyfriend perspective why they telling this other girl or other dude what they should be telling me.
Mm-hmm.
because it's easy.
Yeah,
Yeah, but easy doesn't always mean it's right.
No, that's very true. It's a lot of stuff that's easier to go down that road than it is for them to, you know, the whole, that's why they call it the ugly truth. That road over there,
because
it's bumpy as fuck, and it's
because I got a story for y'all there to prove this point. So I went to Dragon Con last year.
magnificent, sir.
Yes, it was great. I went. It was me, my girl, and went with my best friend. We gonna call her Sony. There we go. And and Sony and her girlfriend went because she liked both. So we all went together. We even stayed in the same room because, you know, she lived down there. So I'm gonna get a hotel room where, you know, my best friend lived there. So they got into a whole argument, and I'm just chilling because I'm me. And then my buddy Sony said, "See, this is why I always tell Jason this about people like you. Oh, don't include me." and, and she's like, "If you like him so much, why don't you fuck him? Oh, don't include. I'm here. Don't include me." And then my girlfriend looked at me like I was crazy. I was like, "Look, I'm just here. I just came here to watch some comic books, see some people in costume. I'm living life." But that's where it gets complicated because if you were the same sex and you were brought up in an argument, it will be bad, but not as bad if you're opposite sex.
Right.
Because then it comes off as in you're that either that side dude. We had an episode about side dudes, or it comes off that you are waiting in line to take someone's place.
Yeah.
Because my last ex, because the girl, when I said my girl, she's my ex now, but I talked to her about 2 weeks ago. We were hanging out because I have no shame.
Damn.
And we were hanging out, and I asked her, you know, I mentioned Sony. I was like, yeah, I was hanging out with her, you know, a few weeks ago, and her first response was that bitch. And I was like, what?
Okay.
That's so harsh.
Right.
And I was like, what's up with that? She was like, well, she was always your number one. I was number two. I was like, she was never my number one. What are you talking about?
No, it doesn't matter if not in your case, it's whatever she sees in her eyes. If she felt like that was her number one competition, I guess, then yeah, it's just what's the animosity, depending on the girl.
Exactly. They feel like that's the number one, and that's a problem.
Yeah, it definitely is an issue because I remember, and I think you have to pace yourself too. Because at one point, I would hang out with my best friend every day, all day, and then when I started talking to someone, I wasn't free on the weekends, and it was just a problem. You know, I would get smart comments and smart remarks, and almost as if I was disappearing. And I'm like, no, I still text you those days, and I still, speak to you. It's just 2 days I'm not free. But that became a problem, and it's because people get used to having you around 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
And if they can't separate that thin line between best friend and relationship, it's going to be a problem.
Exactly. You couldn't be more right. Because I know with me, when I brought to my attention, my best friend, I was like, "Hey, we both single now, so we just gonna enjoy this company." She was like, "Okay, cool." Well, when I started talking to somebody, she made it a point to call me every day because she was like, "Well, you talking to somebody, but I still want to be your friend." I was like, "We're gonna be friends, whatever." So she would call me every day. But then she started talking to somebody, and then those calls disappeared.
Mm.
And I felt some type of way. I was like, hold up. It was your idea to do this. And yeah, it'll mess with your friendship because, like, if it was, let's be honest, if it was like another dude or another chick or someone you're not attracted to sexually or physically,
Mm-hmm.
you wouldn't feel crazy about it. Because I have two best friends. One is male, one is female. My male best friend, I may see him once a month. We may talk once a month, and we're good. We're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And my female one is different, even though for the longest time that's how we were. We wouldn't talk for months, but it's cool because that's how we worked. But now that she's kind of feeling me, it makes it complicated to where you can't do that. Like we're recording this episode now, she probably already called me.
Mm-hmm.
So like I got a question for you both of them. Do you have to make time for your significant other compared to your best friend? Like, how do you have like a schedule, or like do you work out some agreement? Like, how does it work? Because I feel like both sides think they own at least some of your time.
Well, see, the ideal situation would be if you can hang out with your best friend and your significant other at the same time. But if your best friend has feelings for you, that's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. And I dealt with both cases where my best friend didn't give a shit about me, so we can hang out with my guy or his girl. And then I had a best friend who had feelings, so he was never trying to be around at all whenever I was dating somebody. And then it sucks because the friendship changes, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't go to them when you need them, or they're not there because they think you're busy when you're not, but they assume you are just because you're talking to someone. And that's why in my case I would be free during the weekdays for my best friend, and then I would see the guy on the weekends. But that was only because of distance purposes, like I didn't live too close. But yeah, I think you would have to make time for both. Otherwise someone's gonna be pissed.
Yeah. I run into that quite a lot.
You have all the problems.
I do. And it's weird because I just sit at home. That's it. But no, that you make a good point because you have to. I think you should have some kind of balance with them because I know when I'm dating someone and my best friend's here, our balance is what used to be Friday, and this raises more problems too. Friday used to be the day that we hung out. Like I don't hang out with nobody else. Friday is our day to hang out. While the other 6 days, I can spend time with my girl or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
My girl was not happy with that because she was like, I like to spend all this time with you. It's not that I want to spend every day with you, but the fact that she has a locked in day bothers me.
I think that's being petty. It's one day.
Right. That's what I said. But, doghouse.
Of course.
But now, granted, with my best friend, okay, even when I wasn't feeling her, she wasn't feeling me, we would do things that would come off bad. But I'm honest. I'm an honest person. I'll tell you exactly what's going on. But that would get me in trouble too. You know what I mean? Like, like when me and my best friend goes to a strip club or something like that. We would, it'd be like 4 or 5 in the morning. So I was like, hey, you can just crash here. You sleep in one room, I sleep in another. I got 3 rooms. But my girl either didn't believe that or wasn't having that.
Yeah,
She was like, she was like, where's she sleeping? She's sleeping in the other room. Okay. No. Why would I tell you? Why would I tell you she's sleeping here if I'm alive?
I mean, you can't say that because dudes do it all the time.
But that's so weird. Why would they like? You mean they would tell them that somebody spend the night, but in the other room?
I've seen, well, not that exact situation, but I've seen it happen where I had a friend, the one I told you he wasn't shit,
Yeah.
he would give half truths. So he would tell you something, and then, so he can say, why would I tell you that if something was going on,
That's crazy.
It's, this is why I don't trust people.
See, the thing, I'm just honest. Like, if I'm feeling her, I'm gonna tell you, because you're gonna figure it out anyway.
Mm-hmm.
If she spend the night, I used to tell her all the time, hey, Sony's probably gonna spend the night today. Like, I'm just letting you know because I know we're gonna get out at like 3, 4. Okay, cool. And then I would tell her I'm gonna come see you at like 10, 11 in the morning because I'm gonna sleep in a little bit. And I'm not picking this girl up. She's gonna meet me at my place and she's gonna leave. Like, this is just something that we do.
Okay.
But she wasn't having it. She just that was suspect to her. But I was so confused because I put everything out there. But I guess, like you said, some people tell half truths.
All right, check it out.
Okay.
So I have been the best friend, I've been the best friend, and the dude had a girl and she had a problem, but she would never tell me. She would always go to him, which I think was right because your guy should be the one to fix the problem. But she was mad because I knew him longer than she did. And so we had this crazy close friendship,
Mm-hmm.
and we were into the same things. But we did date at one point, which this is probably what was her problem. And not the best friend, this was a different one. But and I would try to hang out with both of them so she can see it's nothing going on. I don't want him. It's nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
But then she would still complain to him, like she didn't want him talking to me. She didn't want him hanging out with me, and that's just not realistic.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with best friends. Like, best friends aren't going anywhere. So if your girlfriend or boyfriend has a problem, they either have to deal with it or they might as well just leave you alone because you can't ask someone to stop talking to their best friend.
Exactly.
yeah.
Brian, what you think about this? What do you think about the best friend situation?
Shit, man, that just put me all the way back in my ex that time. This was pre-first marriage for me. Well, let me see. My ex-girlfriend, I'm gonna call her Chat. She after we broke up after like that was like a 7-year relationship, like through high school and whatnot, mostly hers. Um, she ended up working for this big company, and the girl who ended up being her best friend, um, ended up falling for me. They were best friends and stuff. So that weird situation ended up being me becoming best friends with the new girl,
Mm.
and I don't know. It was weird. It ended up being weird situations like when I used to come over because my ex like Chat moved in with old girl and I came by and I when I swung by I like I said we just had built up that relationship. We used to go out like us three going out to movies and whatnot.
Mm.
And given that me and Chat had when we broke up, it was like a rocky relationship. So me being young, I like mentally or emotionally or whatever, I used to go back to all those negative feelings from time to time, depending on I guess how stuff went or like it had got to the point where like the slightest stuff would just kind of mentally just put me back there. And
Mm-hmm.
so me and the new girl ended up talking about all that same stuff that I was dealing with Chat. And it's that same thing about opening up and being, you know, honest, about the whole other situation and whatnot. So I remember there was this one point where, like one of those times that kind of stood out for me. Just one of those small details and whatnot, but it was, how some stuff just kind of sticks out like in your memory bank. It was me and my ex when I slept over that day. Well, yeah, chat. Um, and the best friend, fuck it, I just call her Lynn. Um,
All these names, I like it. Go on.
um, let me see. Lynn was already woke. I had just woken up, and it's just for the like me and chat were like in the living room, sleep like on the floor, like the blow up mattress and whatnot. Uh, I woke up and hearing people walk around the house and whatnot. So I look up, I see Lynn standing in the hallway looking at, both of us, and she giving me that like it should be me type look, like
Mm.
there instead of her type thing. And
Mhm.
I know what you mean.
That's kind of sad.
But yeah,
Right.
but I mean, just like I said, is that whole just those known unknown type thing. What's that? Echoing. But yeah, it was those sort of things. Just kind of, I don't know, it puts certain stuff in perspective for you.
Yeah.
And just the kind of relationships that you got with somebody, and like um those best friend vibes that you really can't always get with your significant others, and like it feels like you should, but if y'all don't if you and your significant other don't have the same kind of connection as your best friend, and you can't just vibe with that person the same way you can with the other, then it makes you think a whole lot, and it makes you it puts you in that feeling of dare I say, like, where do I belong type stuff.
Yeah. Because I agree with you 100% because you feel like the third wheel when the best friend's supposed to be the third wheel.
Hmm.
Because I can totally get that, because if you guys have never heard me and my best friend online at the same time, we cut up, we finish those sentences, we do things like that. That's just how we've always been because of how long we've known each other and what time in our life we knew each other. A lot of our likes and dislikes kind of mirror each other for that reason. Like, I know one thing that makes all my girlfriends uncomfortable, and I had to get my best friend to stop doing it. But whenever we go out to drink, it's a rule, I never order my drink. I just don't. And my best friend always ordered. It's just something we've always done. I always order the appetizer. She always orders a drink. This is what we've always done. And the first girlfriend to experience that, oh man, that was so bad.
So I know that looks.
You know what
Man.
it is?
Go ahead.
I think it's have you ever been the boyfriend, I guess, who had a problem with the best friend?
Yes.
Okay, so you should understand the feeling.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. When it happened like that with the drink thing, I got the feeling. I knew it was up, and I was like, "Oh yeah, we can't do this around her because that's it'll make her uncomfortable."
I've never been in that situation. I haven't. I've never been like, I guess, the third wheel. So that would be completely new for me.
It's not great being the third wheel.
It's not at all. I've been on both sides. I've been the girlfriend and I've been the best friend. And as the girlfriend, when your guy has a female best friend, it's like I guess you feel some type of way. Like it's like you said, it should be me. Like I should be the only one sharing these type of jokes with you or knowing you in this type of way, So, and you always want to feel like you're first. But when someone has a best friend, it's a tricky situation.
And see, my best friend tried to reach across the aisle, if you so to speak, because I remember one time my girl was working a long shift, and I was like, I'm gonna make her something, but the dish I wanted to make was like, it was some kind of foreign dish, but I knew my best friend knew how to make that dish. So she came over and cooked it for my girlfriend, knowing it was for my girlfriend. But like when my girlfriend showed up, I was like, hey, here's something that my best friend made for you because I couldn't make it. And then she liked it, but she felt some type of way that somebody else cooked for her, for me, I guess. kind of thing. Where like cooking used to be our thing, but so I invited somebody else into the kitchen to cook, and I didn't think.
Yeah, those situations can get very tricky and hard sometimes, man.
Because I'm in all relationships. I said, just be honest. If I'm doing something to annoy you, don't pretend, don't sugarcoat. Just tell me I'm annoying. A lot of people don't do that.
Or they don't. People would like to lie instead of being honest.
If I ask you how you doing, you should respond with "I'm good," "I'm bad," or tell me something. Don't be like, "Oh, it's okay." I don't like that phrase. I don't like that. Because I'm okay means to be continued.
Right.
Yep.
I'll talk about this later.
Man.
But I can tell you about that though, because I do that a lot. I don't like it myself. Like I don't even like when I do it, but it's like a default answer. It just kind of comes out because I already don't like confrontation, but at the same time, it's just like stuff needs to be talked about and put out in the open and whatnot. And then it sucks. So I'm a pretty open person, but at the same time, when it comes down to when I wear my heart on my sleeve, you can pretty much tell from my expressions like if something's going on with me. And whenever somebody asks me, what's going on, depending on who it is and like I guess the time, like what's going on at that moment, sometimes I will be like, nah, I'm good, I'm all right. Something clearly I'm not, man. But I'm always trying to talk somebody else out of doing that, be it like my wife or a best friend or somebody or anybody really, just what's going on. But just when it comes to me,
yeah,
and it's tough. I hate it when I do it, but it's hard to just come out of there.
Now
Especially at that time, because I don't know how I'm gonna handle something else, depending.
True. Now, some situations you got to do that. Like if it's all three, me, my girl, and my best friend, I don't think I should call it out in front of all three of us. I'll be like, let's talk about it. I would usually say, we're going to talk about it later.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the right setting. Because if she says something crazy about my friend, or I say something crazy about her or my friend, it's going to involve a whole bunch of parties that don't need to be involved together.
Yep.
And because the thing is, the thing that I had to do is because the killing point with me is I take the side of whoever is right. And that's a problem. Because a lot of my girls have not been right when they made a point.
Damn.
I feel you on that.
And I can't be on their side, but if I know I'm not on their side, I'm in trouble.
I feel you on that because I'm really big on details, and I'm like factual. So if I know something's just wrong, then I can't defend you. If I know that you're wrong,
exactly.
If anything, I'm the guy who will be like, I get your side of things, and I get what's going on over here. I understand where he or she is coming from too, and I gotta explain both sides of the fence.
Yep.
I do that in a heartbeat.
And how? Hey, I'm gonna ask you, how would that look to you?
If my guy chose his best friend's side and said that I'm wrong?
Yes.
I mean, you're naturally gonna be pissed off, but I think once I calm down, if I could see that I was wrong, then I could admit that. But in that moment, my whole fury of the devil was coming out. What do you mean?
Yeah, right then that's not something that you want to hear, especially from the person who you feel like is supposed to be defending you. Like, no, you on my side. You here, not over there. What the fuck are you doing?
Exactly.
A funny little story to cap it off. I'll end with this little funny story. So I've told on the last podcast I did bring up the fact that for some reason a lot of the girls that I date, a lot of extracurricular activities is like either boxing, MMA, or Zumba, pretty much. And the ex I mentioned, you what?
No, I'm just saying I can relate to that ex martial artist.
Right. So me and my best friend, we always have done boxing or MMA. That's what we do. My ex, she started doing MMA, but not that far into it, she got really angry at my best friend once, and I had to calm her down. I was like, I apologize for her to my best friend because that fight would not have gone good.
Oh my goodness. Well, at least you stepped in.
Oh no, because the thing is, I have squared off and fought both of them, of course, in the realm of either a ring or an octagon or something, of
Okay.
course. And I know who could be who. It would not have been a fair fight. Poor baby. It would, and that's the thing. If your girl and your best friend are actually going at it, and they're about to actually throw down,
Right.
You don't want to do that.
what do you do? Like,
You just got to drag one of them away.
I'm trying to see who.
Ooh, you got to take your girl. You got to just pull her into the car or something. Take her in the house.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
For either her protection or the other person.
Oh,
Mhm.
it'll definitely be for her protection because my best friend got a nasty left hook. Nasty.
Damn.
You're gonna be wobbling, man. It's not clean. Cause, but in closing, if you had one bit of advice to give somebody in this situation, what would that advice be?
I would say be honest with yourself, your best friend, and your spouse. Make sure you have boundaries and make sure it's understood by all parties. Because if there's not open communication, it's going to become a problem and you're going to be stuck in the middle because that's exactly where you are. So you just want to make sure you communicate with both of them and make things clear. Make things easy for yourself. That's the best way to do it. Any other way, it's going to be hard.
Right? What you got?
Yeah, I agree with them making it easy for yourself. It's gonna be tough depending on the people involved, what somebody can handle, and I guess the kind of control you have over yourself and the kind of control that the other people involved have. So it's just it's not even really playing it safe because having having a best friend and um, a spouse and everything like that, and that best friend is of the opposite sex, and that person is just gorgeous, and y'all have like that same kind of pretty much everything that you could have with somebody else that would be a significant other. If that best friend has those qualities and you already with somebody else, then if you can handle that relationship and then everybody can handle those that kind of relationship, friendship, whatever you want to call it, then just be careful because it's it can be kind of weird. But
See, y'all busted out good advice. You said everything I was gonna say, so I'm just gonna end with a joke then. That's all I got. My joke is if you're faced with this situation, you ever seen that group about the poly thing? Do that. I don't recommend that. It's a terrible idea. Terrible. The worst. You know why?
Like that.
You too selfish.
I could never do that.
Cause sharing, man, people say sharing is caring. It's not. It's really not.
Not when it's a person and not when it's your food. Don't touch my food.
Exactly. Thank you.
Food come first. Food is foremost over the relationship. Like you'll get some more food.
Look, you and Sony would get along because that's the biggest thing. She will say no to a date unless you tell her where you're going.
Wow.
We going where? Come on, Daddy. Where we going?
And who paying for it?
Ooh, right. Right. But yeah, to close this out, tell us where we can find y'all at if you want to be found. Haven?
You know where I'm at. You can find me on YouTube at Haven Rain, HAEVYNREYHNE, and on Snapchat and Instagram, just put an underscore in between Haven and Rain.
And Brian, what you got? She had that whole thing rehearsed and everything. Brian, what you got?
I've done this a bunch of times now.
Right. Getting on that pro level, the Neville level. Okay.
Never.
Yeah. The king of the podcast cruiserweights.
Wow.
But now when it comes to finding me, you won't. I'll find you.
I like it. Y'all, you can find this show. Look on iTunes, Podbean, SoundCloud, or Google Play. We are the Comic Jaunts. Look that up. You'll find the episode. Again, this is the Comic Jaunt, but it presents. This episode is called. I don't remember what it's called. So it's Best Friends of the Opposite Sex. I'll come with a better title later. We'll join you wonderful people next time. And if there's anything I have to say about Best Friends of the Opposite Sex, definitely one rule is don't have sex with them. That's a bad idea. And if you're gonna, don't do it on the regular.
I know you got some stories. Oh my goodness.
Look, we ain't got to throw me completely under the bus.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Let me just stand in front of it. How about we stop recording and then I'll tell you.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
You can be
Bye,
thrown
people.
you can be thrown under the bus as long as you know you'll be alive once it's done.
It depends who hears this.
Oh my goodness.
I feel you on that. If it's that big of if the bus is a tank, then don't do it.
Right. Okay, stop recording. But yeah, definitely no. That story was bad.